Hey everybody, Master Adam Grogin here. As you guys have seen online, I've been fascinated lately with learning about different braking materials from around the world. I really want to expand my understanding and knowledge about these different materials so that I can better evaluate brakes and breakers around the world and different routines. And then I can educate those that I work with for competitive braking competition on different materials. Today, I'm going to be talking about these tiles. Now, this tile itself came from Canada. My good friend David from Nakama Dojo gave me these tiles that he had as extra from his last performance, and I'm really excited to try them and see what they're all about. Now, this isn't my first experience with tiles. This is actually the third tile like this that I've seen in the past year, actually. The first time I experienced these tiles was in Ireland this year. The tiles that we had in Ireland were of the same material. They kind of had the same design, the way they must be used as a roofing tile, but they were twice as big. Not this length, but this way. They were more of a square in Ireland. Then when I was in Australia, one of the competitors there had the same tile from Ireland. The same material here, but the different proportions, more of a square and less of a rectangle. Now, my experience in Ireland breaking them myself, I was a little apprehensive because being a tile, tiles tend to have a stereotype of being sharp edges, and even successful breaks, cutting hands, cutting body parts, just because of that sharp edge that happens, that even when you're successful, you end up bleeding or cutting yourself, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I was a little apprehensive in Ireland, but we had a lot of success. They were a lot of fun to break. We saw some really good numbers with these, but there's a few things that I learned that I don't love about them that I want to make you aware of. The first is going to seem a little superficial, but I want to share it with you. I wear my white USBA WBA uniform when I compete in braking or perform in braking. It's white. These guys are a black gray. And for whatever reason, whatever is in them, handling these for a full day in Ireland, braking, moving, carrying them, they stained my white uniform. And even after bringing them to the dry cleaners and stain experts, I now have permanent stains in this uniform that I can see with my eye here, you might not see on camera, that ruined my uniform because of the dyes or materials that are in this guy. So that's a slight negative that you might not care about. If you wear a black uniform or black gi, you don't have to worry. And for those of us that wear white, it's something to consider when you do these. The other tough thing about these is they have an uneven bottom, right? So there's an uneven bottom, and that is consistent with these guys from Canada and the ones I saw in Ireland and the ones I saw in Australia. One side has these nubs that is taller than the other side. So the solution we found in Ireland is to use a single spacer on one side. But when you do that, you still have a stack that is not consistent. There is still some non-squareness to that stack, which bothers my OCD, but they still break nicely. Now, what are these things? I truly don't know, and I'm hoping that you could comment on this video and let me know what these things are. Are they roofing tiles? What are they made of? Are they asphalt? Are they concrete? Are they tar? What are they? And I can't find them in America. Do these exist in America? I know they're in Canada, so if they're in Canada, I know they're in the continent of North America. Do they exist in the United States? For me to find these, to learn more about them and experiment. That's what I want to know. Please comment below and let me know what you think. For now, let's try some brakes with these and experiment. So in Ireland, I broke the bigger size of these with a hammer fist, an elbow, and a stomp. So with these smaller ones, I'm going to try a palm just to mix up and try different techniques. So if I want to evaluate how hard these were to break for you, it's kind of tough because I didn't have the same quantity here of these smaller ones that I had of the larger ones in Ireland, or else I could have done the same break, the hammer, with the same quantity and compared them. But I did different techniques with different sizes. I like them. They're not as hard to break as an American patio block. They are harder to break than an American piece of pine wood. They shatter nicely. while I did have a fear that these could potentially cut you, they don't. They don't have the same kind of ceramicness that I assumed they do. I don't know what they're made out of, but it doesn't appear to be like ceramic. I'm curious if anybody knows what they're made of. If you could share that with me, like I said earlier. I think these are great for demonstration also. I just love the way they break and the shatter effect. But what's more important now for us to learn as we go worldwide with breaking consistency and continuity to standardized breaking competition is I now know that these exist in Canada, Ireland, and Australia. So that's 3 different continents that you can get the same materials so we can start comparing apples to apples for competitive breaking and continuity. So give me your comments below. Let me know what you think of these. Let me know if you know where I can find them in America. Let me know what you think of breaking them, and check out my other great videos.